This is how you can radiate confidence without ever saying a word. Being someone who grew up shy, insecure, and struggled socially, I didn't even know what confidence really was until I was 19 years old, to then go on and be someone who has been described as extremely confident by many different girls. I know I'm internally confident. I radiate confidence with ease, and I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to say that I have gone through the transformation. I have learned exactly what needed to be done to be confident, being someone who was not confident at all. And a lot of the things are nonverbal behaviors that I'm going to teach you in this video. Starting with the first one, this is something that you've probably heard before, but we need to say it. It's the absolute foundation upon which nonverbal confidence is built on, which is strong eye contact. You will never be seen as confident, as charismatic, as someone to be taken serious if you cannot hold eye contact with a girl or anybody. This is such a massive detriment. This is something I lacked until 19 when I learned the value of it, reading the different books on charisma, nonverbal communication. It became clear as day to me, and I started to consciously develop eye contact. Learning meditation and practicing awareness was super helpful for being conscious of my eye contact when I was in different social settings. So I learned the skill of developing really strong eye contact through practice, through meditation, and applying it. And now I will literally have girls push my jaw away when I'm sitting there intimately with them, talking to them, and they'll say I'm stealing their soul. They're like, your eye contact's too strong. I can't take it. This is something I get all the time. It's happened so many times. So many girls will compliment me on my eye contact, say I'm stealing their soul. There's so many different things and variations that I've heard. But the key is that I'm radiating confidence through my eyes. It takes a very secure person to be able to stare at someone in their eyes. There was another example from about 5-6 months ago when I was in Norway. I was just going to grab my jacket and a girl was leaving and she was attractive and I looked at her and just stared into her eyes and smiled as we walked past, and she said, strong eye contact. I said, always. And that was it. That was all the interaction. It wasn't anything crazy. But I'm always just having very strong eye contact with anyone that I find attractive, that I'm speaking to and interacting with. This is the key upon which confidence is built. So you need to have extremely strong eye contact. And boys, if you want to have this strong eye contact and all the other nonverbal things that I'm going to teach you in this video, you need to develop true internal confidence. It's only going to take you so far if you try and fake these things. If you develop confidence internally the right way, which is outlined in my confidence transformation guide, all these things will come 10 times easier, and some of them will even come naturally, and that's going to be completely for free. It's the first link in the description below, so you can grab that now. And building off of the eye contact, the next thing is going to be warmth, charisma, facial expressions. So I read this in a book called Cues. I'd highly recommend checking it out. I only read it like 5-6 months ago, and it was really impactful for breaking things down and making it really easy to understand the areas that you need to work on or that you might be doing wrong. And one thing is having a big, genuine smile with the crow's feet, when the eyes do that, and also holding eye contact, which we already mentioned, having just a relaxed vibe, relaxed posture. These are the things that will make a huge difference for you in being charismatic. When I go to a girl and I talk to her, I don't really say anything that crazy. This is something I really want to make clear. I'm going up to her, I'm holding strong eye contact, I have a big smile on my face, and I just introduce myself and I ask her her name, I tell her mine, I speak very slowly. We'll touch on that in a little bit. And if the conversation goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't and it's not a vibe, then I'll just say it was nice to meet her and talk to someone else with the same level of charisma and the warmth, body language, and just being the best version of myself that I do all the time, right? With every single girl, I bring the same sort of energy. And because of it, I have a lot of success. But you got to understand that if you go to girls and you're nervous or you can't hold eye contact, or maybe you got a little bit of like a serious look on your face, your eyebrows are, frowning, little things, or you don't have a smile, you're kind of more serious, you're looking like this, it makes you a lot less attractive. Think of the resting bitch face that a girl might have. That girl is so much less approachable than a girl who's just like having a good time, smiling, talking to people. You mentally just think, oh, this girl's gonna be easier to talk to. Whereas the girl who's just standing in the corner with the resting bitch face, she seems kind of more intimidating. You don't want to speak to her. She's like, oh, you're probably mentally writing it off in your mind, like, oh, she doesn't want to talk to anybody. It makes a big difference. The little nonverbal cues do so much. So when you're going to speak to someone, have a big smile, hold eye contact, have open body language, don't be closed off. Little things make a big difference. So the facial expressions and overall just open, warmth body language is really key. And now the next thing is having really good posture. Strong masculine posture is so attractive and it has so much confidence associated with it. If you're someone who doesn't have a chin and your jaw just like sinks into your neck, and you know what I'm talking about, and you got the nerd's neck and you got a bump on your back, you got the hunchback, this is gonna make you so unattractive. It's gonna speak so much about your character. You're someone who can't even take care of your posture and hold yourself up with your shoulders down and back and your head held high. This is detrimental to you. And like I just described, that's what you want. You wanna have your shoulders down and back, your chest out. You wanna have some muscle to kind of speak about your character as a man and show that you're someone who's put in hard work and you've done things to develop yourself, and you're not just someone who sits there and stares at a screen all day and you have nerd's neck. It says so much about you. So strong masculine posture sets the frame for a respectful interaction. People treat you with respect, let alone not just girls, but guys will treat you with more respect when you have strong posture. Even guys who do not have muscle. I have a lot of friends who are not the most muscular, but they have good posture. They carry themselves well. Their shoulders are down and back, their head is held high. They, at least push out their chest to whatever degree that it looks natural. And they get completely treated differently. They have a strong, firm handshake. They look someone in the eyes when they speak to them. Little things like this will make a big difference. And just simply improving your posture by targeting your lower traps, doing some training for that, rotator cuff, doing some chin tucks if you got a little bit of a neck forward issue. Things like that will make a massive difference in how you're perceived. I promise you, this will make a huge difference. And the fourth thing is having good fitted clothes and having a style that you're proud to present yourself with. So I'll tell you my style. My style is the timeless classics old money style. Now on top of that, all of my clothes are really well fitted. So if I have chino pants, they go down to the exact length that I want them to go by my ankles. If I have a blazer, I got it tailored so it showcases my V-taper more. It fits the sleeves fit really well. They come like right to the wrist area. All my clothes fit me really well. My masculine frame and my shoulders and my chest, all my clothes fit me well. I go to the store and I try them on, and if I don't like the way that it fits, I don't buy it. That's how I buy my clothes. I go to the store, try different things, see how it feels, see how I like it, and if it's a good representation of me, then I will buy it. And if it needs some alterations, I make the alterations if it's like a good potential. So the things that I wear is chino pants, jeans, plain color t-shirts like this, a Henley V-neck, some are long sleeve, some are short sleeve. I have different blazers, all in plain colors, navy blue, black, tan, white, not the blazers, but just general clothing. I have a leather jacket as well. These are the kinds of things that I wear. And the cool thing is you can ask ChatGPT your style. You can describe some of the clothes you wear just like I did. And ChatGPT will give you a reflection and kind of the associations about your style and how the world perceives you. So, like I said, I've mentioned this before and I'll say it again. You're always communicating all of the time non-verbally, and what you wear communicates a lot about you, communicates a lot about your character and who you are as a person. So if you're wearing goth, emo style, or you're wearing shirts with graphic tees and big logos, like when I was younger, I would wear Hollister, it would be right across my chest, and I had funky colors. There was, all kinds of mixed colors on one shirt and neon shorts. That is not a good style or association that you want to have. You can ask ChatGPT, you'll probably see some silly ass shit come up. So when I developed my style, it did a lot in terms of how the world perceives and treats me. There's many times when I have gone and talked to girls and they guessed that I was like 28, 30. I'm like, you think I'm that old? At the time, one of the times I was 21 and she thought I was 30. I was like, 30? I'm 21, like the fuck? But the style I was wearing, she said, made me look so much more mature. This is the sort of style that older men would wear. So it changes how you're perceived. And I think that's a really important thing. One of the things that can make a massive difference for you, on top of having good posture and carrying yourself well, is what you wear to present yourself to the world. These are two things that will massively impact how you're treated. And this last one is slow movements, and you might not understand that at first, but by the end you will. So taking things a little bit slower. So really trying to slow things down in your mind and process things almost like a second delay. If you react too quickly, if you're too quick and fidgety, it makes you just look unconfident. So let me give you an example. When I was at the outdoor seating area of a club, this was in the summer of Sweden. Everyone loves to sit outside, and where I was in the north, it's light 24/7. So it's light out even though it's 12 o'clock at night. And I was at a table talking to two people who I knew standing, and I looked over and I saw a girl and we made eye contact. And in that moment, I stayed and I held the eye contact. There was no movement. I didn't look down and look back. I just stopped and I smiled. And we looked at each other and we held that eye contact for a second. That's a slow movement. It's slow. And then I said, "Excuse me, I have to go talk to this girl." And they said, "We understand." And I looked back over to her and I started to walk to her. And I introduced myself. And those are like slow movements. Or, if you're just fidgeting, that's not slow movements. Slow movements is like slowly going to grab your drink. You're talking to someone, you slowly do it while you hold eye contact, as I'm kind of portraying right now. These are slow movements. That's confident. Doing things quick, being autistic, that's not confident. So I think you're starting to maybe get the message I'm trying to portray. But slow movements, being relaxed, not seeing someone and panicking and getting a surprised, all eye contact, big eye look on your face, seeing someone holding the eye contact, smiling. These little things make a massive difference, and they show that you are confident. Moving slowly is a key to moving confidently. So that's the last thing that I want to leave you with. These are the nonverbal behaviors that are going to allow you to showcase your confidence. And once again, you need to build the true internal confidence to make this all work and not fake it. So I outlined everything for you in my confidence transformation guide, and it's completely for free. It's the first link in the description below. You can grab that now.